Hello everyone. In this video, I'll share with you my experience on the Takom KV-5. The purpose is to let you know more about the kit before any purchase. I will point out the good, the bad, and the ugly, so you will know if the kit is good for you or not. And you will be aware of any potential issues, and hopefully this will help you make your own decision whether you want to purchase this kit or not. First of all, why KV-5? Well, I really like some of those Soviet super heavy tanks. They look like beast, fight like beast, and drive like beast. I have previously built KV-2 and IS-2 and love them. So when I see this Takom offering of KV-5, I immediately pull the trigger. Wow, look at it. It's the KV-5. Well, it is a blueprint tank, meaning never actually built in real life, but that means you don't need to worry about any historical accuracy issues. You can do anything you want. How great is that? And what could possibly go wrong with Takom? So first, let's look at the box art. It looks great, if you can see this. Yeah, this is the side of the box. And let's go to the other side. It shows two markings. So let's look at the other side, KV-2, with a figure. I'll talk about the figure later. On this side, you can see what's included. So there are two sprues of roll wheels, part of the suspensions, and three sprues of track links. Each sprue has, as I recall, 80 individual links. So altogether, you're looking at 240 links. Next sprue is the bottom of the hull, the front, and the side. Moving on to the right, those are the parts on the turret, I believe. There's the R2-D2, the extra turrets. Actually, there are two. One on top of the turret, one in front of the turret. The gun ventilate, and some other parts. And then you have a one-piece, kind of bus-top style body, and a one-piece turret. You also have the figure, and one good thing about this kit is that you have a metal barrel, so that's very nice. You have photo etch parts, not a lot, but they have that. And your decal and the clear parts. There are two clear parts, and two poly caps. Those poly caps are for the gun, as I recall. So that's the box. This is the finished build. Next, I'll look at the instruction manual and go through the steps and tell you what you need to pay attention to. Okay, here is the instruction manual. It's a very nice looking booklet. It has a side of the KV-5 and some history about KV-5 as well. Although those information I believe are directly copied from Wikipedia. So anyway, let's open the booklet and see what's inside. The first page, thanks for all your contribution on this project. Very nice. Turn to the other side. Some basic instructions, and also talk about the pens required. This kit is using Tamiya callouts. So XF55, 61, 19, and 10. I believe for the Soviet version, all you need is XF61 dark green and X10 gunmetal. That's it. You don't need other colors. So far it's pretty straightforward. Now let's turn to the next page. Okay, it again shows all the parts that are included in this kit. Very nice. And then those are the steps involved to build the kit. They are a total of, let me see, 19 steps. So let me go through those steps and tell you what I think. So first step, you're supposed to assemble the road wheels. Immediately, I noticed that there's a problem. The numbering are incorrect. Where it was C17, in fact, it should be C16. And then the other one is supposed to be C17. So, not a big deal. You just need to pay attention. And yeah, you have to do 2 of these. And then the next step is the drive sprocket. As you can see that 4 pieces. Although I want to point out that the fit of those 4 pieces are not that great. So, but it's okay, just 2 of them. Moving on to the next step, where you're building the return rollers. It has 3 pieces, and you have to build 8 of those. Yeah, indeed, this is a big tank. Look at the roll wheels. There are 16 of those, 8 on each side. And for each of the roll wheels, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. So again, just the wheels, there's a lot of sanding, cleaning to do. Also, I want to point out that in this, as you can see in the menu, it recommends you to connect the suspension arms to the wheels. If you want to build this kit, I actually don't recommend you to do that. I'll talk about this later. But my suggestion is build the wheels first and attach the suspension arms to the hull. Then you attach the wheels. I also want to say that there's no polycaps for any of the wheels, which makes it a little bit difficult if you want to take off the wheels, or you want to just make it easier to attach and detach the tracks. Anyway, I'll talk about that part later. So let's look at the next step. Step 2, immediately, there's another typo in the instruction where it says attach those tow hook to a part D4, but actually it should be D14. So another error. Also, in this step, there's a clear part F2. Okay, it did not explain what the color should be inside this light. So from some photos, I learned that this is supposed to be red. So that's something should be included in this instruction manual. Now next step, step 3, that's the little turret. Anyway, 2 parts, easy. I like the fact that the hatch has details on the inside. So that's a good thing. So you can post it open or close. Step 4, we're putting the little turrets together. So it's straightforward. Nothing to complain. Next step, step 5. That's when you put the hull together. So you have the one piece hull, and then you're supposed to attach the front and the back and the bottom to it. So this is where you will see that the fit of this kit is not very good. You may need to fill some gaps, so that's something to watch for. Next step, number 6. You are supposed to attach all these part of the suspension system to the hull, and also attach the, I guess that's the final drive to the hull. Oh, one thing though, see here it says A10, attach A10 to the hull. However, if you just attach A10, you will find that it doesn't fit. Okay, so pay attention to the figure on the lower right. You're supposed to attach A10 to A24 first, do it 16 times, and then attach the assembled part to the hull. Okay, so it is not like attaching A10 to the hull as the manual seems to suggest. So another thing to watch for. Next step, attaching all the assembled wheels plus the suspension arms. Also, this part. Okay, pay attention to this this little I don't know what it is, but the thing attached to the idler wheel. Pay attention to the orientation of this part. You don't want it to point upwards too much, otherwise it's gonna give you some trouble when you put on the tracks. So that's this part. I'll get back to this step later, because there's some major issues with this kit on the wheel and the suspension systems. Okay, next, once you successfully did the track, I would say has a good amount of details, which is good, but they don't like to stay together. Sometimes they have the tendency to just fly away. But fortunately, they have 240 of those, so you can lose some, but you still have enough the track links to work with. I don't remember how many track links I used. If I have that number, I'll let you know. But I certainly did not use all the track links. I used some of the spare track links to make the spare tracks. So that's a track. It takes a lot of time to cut, to sand, to clean up each of the links. It takes a lot of time. And also putting them together is like I said, not easy, because the fit is not very good. Moving on to the next step. So if you manage to put the track together, that's a good news. Then you can work on the body. So you put the front, I don't know what it is, like applique armor or something to strengthen the front of the vehicle. And then you have you put the turrets, the little like watchtower in the front from the left, and then the machine gun turret on the right. And then that's when you attach C26. Next step, number 10, that's where you attach the side skirt. And then you also need to attach the headlight, C27. C27, the hole is definitely too small. You need to open it up a little bit. Also on this step, the C1, C2, it's a little bit difficult to attach them to the body. So you again need to make the hole on the body a little bit bigger to fit them in. Another fit problem is D1 and D4. So when you attach them, there's a gap. So you have to fill them. So that's step 10. Next, Next step is to attach the exhaust, and also you need to use the photo edge. So this part is the fit was great. I don't remember any trouble. It was easy build. What is not easy is those the supporting the brackets. The fit was not very good. The hole on the side skirt was too small to fit those parts in. So you need to open the hole a little bit to fit those brackets in. So next step, that's step 12. Attach the storage boxes. Easy. Although the connector, the sprue connector to the two boxes, it's not very easy to clean up. So get a good X-Acto knife. Next step, another gun turret, machine gun turret, and also the commander's cupola. That's 13. Let's go to the next step. The real turret, metal gun barrel. That's a plus. I really like the fact that they include a metal barrel. And then on this step, that's where you use the polycap to make the gun so the gun can elevate or depress. Only issue on this step is those C22 and C23. So the fit is not very good. It's a little bit difficult to put this into the place. In fact, there's no, although the instruction manual seems to indicate that there's a hole opened for you to attach C22 and C23. But no, there's no hole or indicator to attach these two. Also, these parts are too small on this instruction manual, so you actually do not know the orientation of this part. In reality, this part you have to look at box art to find out how to attach this. My suggestion is, because the location to attach those hook are not clear, so my recommendation is wait until later. Wait until you finish step 7, and then you attach the hook, and then based on the box art, those hooks are about the same level as these hooks. So that can give you a reference. Okay, next, step 15. That's where you put the turret together. This is a big piece, and you need to attach the front. D3 is actually the front, where the gun attached to. And then the turret ring and the back of the turret. I would like to say that the fit of these 4 pieces are not very good. Sometimes it feels like a puzzle. No indicator or register to ensure a perfect fit. So you have to find the best way to put them into the best position. My suggestion is put D6 on first, and then put D8, and then D3. That's the easiest way to me. Of course, even if you do that, you still need some fillings. So find a good putty to fill the gaps. The good news is that all these fillings are mostly on the bottom of the turret. So even if you don't do it, it's not going to be visible after you put the turret on the hull. So that's the step 15. Next step is to attach some small parts to the turrets, like the grab hook, all the hooks, all the vision ports, and a hatch. So, although I want to say that for C25, the figure seems to indicate that there's a hole on the turret, and if you inspect the part C25, you'll see that there's a pin on C25. So supposed to be easy. Unfortunately, the size of the pin, does not fit the size of the hole. So you have to deal with that. Moving on to the next step, 17, where you attach the gun to the turret and put the cupola and the machine gun turret on top. So nothing too complicated. And I suggest that this is where you put the hook onto the gun mantelet, so that these two hooks are roughly at the same level. Next step, step 18. You're supposed to attach the two final hook to the back of the turret. The only issue of this step is that those hooks, little hooks, does not fit into C24. Okay, so you will have to make the C29 a very tiny piece, even thinner, by sanding. You just have to deal with that. It's difficult. It's very likely to lose this piece when you are sanding it, but you just need to be careful, and you can do it. After that, the final step, and actually a step I like very much, is that sprue C, they're actually small parts. So you are supposed to cut those, use a knife, and attach them like shown in this figure. So I really like this step, and if you attach them, it really makes the model, well, it looks great, just put that way. So that's it. Finally, there's instruction of how to put the figure together. I don't know, it just feels like too futuristic. Doesn't fit the time of this tank, so I don't really like the figure, and I didn't build it. Also, it didn't say how to paint this figure, and it only says the color of this figure. Please refer to box art. So that's the steps involved to build the model. If you watch until the end, thank you very much. The video is getting very long, so I decided to put the rest of the review in a second part of the video, in which I will talk about some major issues I'm having with this Takom kit, and I'll also provide my suggestions on how to address them. So hope this video is helpful and informational. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you don't like the video, please leave your comment below. That will help us to improve this channel. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.